What up, what up, what up? It is the last Friday of the month, and you know what that means. We are back with another edition of Jazzy Fight Night. This is Jazzy Fight Night 3, and this is the Jazzy Fight Night 3 pre-show. And so, first and foremost, I hope all of you 3S stream monsters are staying safe. My name is Mutant XP, and joining me on the pre-show, we have AC Slayer, Katie Alpha, and Vencabot. How's it going, everyone?
What's up, you guys?
Can everyone hear?
Can you guys hear me? I can hear you guys.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Excellent.
So let me go ahead and turn up Venka a little bit. I don't know why he's so low on my end. Oh, okay, that's my fault.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
No, it's perfect now.
Excellent.
All right. So guys, I am pretty excited about tonight's fight card. And so I think the first thing I want to do is I want to just go ahead and just run down the matches real quickly. And so from the PS4 side, sort of, we got Crimson versus cyclestev, but we'll talk about that a little bit in a little bit. Meguri versus Nero on Steam. That's going to be a very fun set. Then we're returning to PS3, guys. And Cruz versus GasStationHobo.
Let's go.
Two mainstays from PS3. I know that PS3 is very near and dear to your heart, Venka.
Yes,
and
these guys too. And Cruz.
Yes. And then on Fightcade, we got two very, very strong players. We got Kyokuji versus Cruz. And so, guys, pretty sick card tonight. And so, before, we get started and I get, some of your thoughts and analysis on the sets that are happening tonight, I just wanted to let everyone know that tonight, tonight's stream is going to be proudly powered by TrollCoinBot. Shoutouts to Surge, aka Arcadium, and Root, TrollCoinBot. And so, Surge, aka Arcadium, he runs a stream every week called Monday Night Fightcade. It is a ST event, and he runs it every Monday. They're nearing 200 episodes. I think the last one that they ran was Monday Night Fightcade 186, I believe. So they're getting pretty close to 200. Definitely check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and type the link in the chat for those of you who want to check out Arcadium. I'm pretty sure that's the link. Please correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. And so, long story short, on Monday Night Fightcade, they do these things called troll bets. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with troll coin bets, but every Monday Night Fightcade, viewers are able to bet on matches. And they wager TrollCoinBot, which is I guess we could call it a cryptocurrency, but of very little value. It's mainly for fun, right? And so basically, I thought to kind of keep the chat engaged during Jazzy Fight Night, we'd go ahead and enable TrollCoinBot for Jazzy Fight Night. And I think it works really well for this format, guys, because it's, individual sets. We only have to bet 4 times. And so basically, what I wanted to do to start the stream is I wanted to just go ahead and sort of demonstrate exactly how TrollCoinBot and betting troll coins work. And so first and foremost, everyone needs troll coins to bet, right? And so you might be wondering, well, Mutant, where am I going to get these troll coins? Well, you're going to get them right now. And so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. So
you can make it rain.
So the way that the troll bets work is that when you bet on a specific player, it'll bet automatically 100 troll coins. That's the maximum that you can bet. But that doesn't exclude you from maybe doing like a side bet with someone else, because the great thing about TrollCoinBot is that you can actually tip people in the stream chat troll coins. And so if you type in the exclamation command exclamation tips, basically there are the directions on how to tip someone in the stream chat. And so you'll notice Cammy, shoutouts to Cammy, also one of the developers of TrollCoinBot. Notice that Cammy tipped me 1,000 some random dude 1,000 troll coin. Cammy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe yes, you do have to actually. Cammy was mashing a little bit. You're never too old to mash, Katie. but yeah, right. So make sure that in order for your troll coins to go where you want them to go, make sure that you type in the Twitch name correctly. And so, for example, I can go ahead and tip Cammy back if I wanted to. Oh wait, I would need to. I need to actually tip her something. So I don't think I have to put the @ or maybe I do. Cammy, do I have to put the @ in the chat?
I don't think so. So long as the username is
correct,
chat.
right?
Yeah.
Or okay. So you don't have to put the @ in the chat. Okay, great. That way, good. Now I don't have to modify the MooBot command. And so basically, what I'm gonna do is let's see how many people are in the stream chat right now, guys. We got a few people here
tonight.
And so
Stimulus.
This is the troll coin stimulus, guys.
This is the third strike stimulus, guys.
We'll do it in bunches, right? We want to blow our wads. So we got about like 10 people in the chat right now. And so obviously you guys are going to need a minimum of 400 trolls to bet on the 4 sets that we have tonight. So let's say 400. I don't even know how much I have. Let's just, okay. Now I have to do math, Katie. What the hell? Why do I have to do math? Okay, first of all, I have to check my balance. I think that would be a good, I think that would be a good idea to check my balance.
You got quite a bit of trollage there, so you should be able to give everyone 400.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it rain, and I'm gonna go 50,000 troll coin for now, or 50,000, right? Yeah, 50,000. Oh, I don't have enough troll. That's right, I don't have enough troll.
Yeah, you don't have that.
Okay. Okay,
you have
let me
exactly 5,000 less than that.
5,000 less than that. Okay, so let's do 25,000. Okay, let's do 25,000. There. Now everybody in the chat has some troll coin to work with now. When new people come in, maybe you'd want to tip them some stuff. Let's try to get people involved. Okay, so now that everyone has troll coins, basically this is how it works. Okay.
This sounds like a Ponzi scheme already, dude. I don't know.
Thank you for the follow, Joe Strikes. Hope you're staying safe out in Houston. And so this is how the troll coin betting system works. And so let's say, for example, Katie and AC Slayer are about to play a set. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock bets. And so okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the names that I want designated for that player, right? So let's say, for example, it's going to be AC Slayer versus KD Alpha. And so I'm going to bet. So I would type in the word, let's say, ! bet KD Alpha, and then 100. I don't know if this is working. I don't think it's working. Cammy, help. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So bet KD Alpha, and then I'm going to type in bet AC Slayer. Okay. And so now, right? All the viewers can now at this point place bets. Who do you want to bet on? Do you want to bet on AC Slayer? Or do you want to bet on KD Alpha? And so, Cammy, maybe you could help me out and demonstrate, right? So, there, great. So, Cammy will type in ! bet, then the name. Remember, make sure that the name that you put, right, is the exact name that I put, all right? Make sure it's all the same name, okay? And so, what you would do is bet AC Slayer. Remember, you don't have to put any numbers because all bets are restricted to 100 troll. Okay. And so all you have to do is just type in !bet, the word bet, and the player. Okay? And then at the end of the first game of every set, I'm going to lock the bets. And then once the set is over, I will declare the winner. And then whoever bet on the player gets their trolls. And so it's pretty self-explanatory, but it does take a little while to get used to. So don't worry, guys. We'll try to ease it in. We don't want to focus too much on the troll coin bot, because of course the focus should be on the matches, right? And so speaking of the matches, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about tonight's fight card, guys. And so first things first, let's talk a little bit about Crimson versus cyclestev. And so these two players are originally from PS4. And so what happened last weekend is that both players came up to me and he said, "Hey, Mutant, can we play on the new Fightcade?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" We don't want to force anyone to play on a platform that they don't want to. And so even though these two are PS4 players, and I'm sure we'll continue to play on PS4, they decided that they wanted to do their set on Fightcade too. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm cool with that. And so, Venka, these are two players that you're very familiar with. They're part of your community. And I did a little homework this week, Venka. Okay, I did a little homework this week.
You have a black screen right now, dude.
Yeah, I did a little homework this week. And so I found on YouTube, and by the way, check out Vencabot, his YouTube channel, that cyclestev and Crim have already played in a 1st to 10 on PS4. And I believe Crimson won 10-9. It was either 10-9 or 10-8. I don't recall the exact score, but I know it was very close. And I know it was a while ago. It was basically around the time that Crim started coming around to your stream. So very, very early on. And so obviously we're about 2 years removed from that set, I think. And so, Venka, what do you think is going to happen this time around between Stev and Crimson?
In the last 2 years, both players have really upped their game quite a lot. I've seen Stev play lately. It's like a whole different dude. That being said, I think that the deciding factor in the set is going to be, how restrained cyclestev can be. Because you guys know Stev, I see in the chat here that Ma'am Klings used to play Steve back in the day. You guys that play Steve know he goes really hard, which is not unusual for Urians. He really exercises Urian's tackle, his headbutt, and his knee drop even more than most Urians I know. And the thing about Crimson Wolf is he's a player with many strengths, and one of them is that he punishes pretty consistently most of the time. So I'm really curious to see. I've seen in the last couple of years cyclestev really upping his neutral game, and I know he has the capacity to be patient with Crim. I'm really wondering, though, if he's going to do that tonight, and I hope he really does. And if he doesn't, I hope that Crim punishes him for it. That's kind of my hope to see tonight. We're going to see kind of an exchange of who's going to be the most patient.
Awesome. And so, Katie, Urian versus Chun-Li. Tell us a little bit about that matchup. What are some of the things that Chun should sort of look for? What are some of the things that Urian should look for?
Well, one of the things that I think is going to be specific to this match is whether or not cyclestev is able to cut down on his use of knee drop. He likes to use it a lot in certain situations where I think it will get him into trouble. And also wake up headbutt is another option that I would cut back like just a little bit on. Against Chun, you really want to stay more solid than not. Gambling and trying to just get out of certain situations by forcing your way out with headbutts or with tackles or with knee drops is more often than not going to work against you and in Chun's favor. So that being said, I would look out for sweep is a pretty good option against Urian. It'll beat his low forward. She can use it as a counter poke in that instance. I actually got to play against both of these dudes within the last week. Steve didn't do very well versus my Chun. And I don't really play Chun, so I don't think he's gonna. I don't know how he's gonna do. Neither player really likes to block. But Steve does like to block more than Crim. So I think I might have to still give the edge to Steve, just on the merit of he blocks more. Like, but it really is just going to be like whoever can push the other one into the corner, and whoever does that is going to win.
It's gonna be exciting, dude. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. So AC, I'm sure you've seen this before in previous Urian versus Chun matches, but on rare occasion there are times when in that match you'll see both players sort of dash back or go back to their respective corners and just build meter, and then for some reason they just continue to build meter. Have you seen videos like that? You know, I've seen like matches between, like, say for example RX and MOV, and then they'll just basically build meter until they're both maxed out. Like, you know, can you explain to the chat like kind of why, like, sort of that happens, or why you think that sometimes happens in this matchup?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, from Urian's perspective, I mean, he doesn't really have an incentive to go in on Chun. Like, he's got way superior normals, her low forward, her back fierce, her standing roundhouse, her far fierce, all way more superior than, I guess, what Urian does have is like neutral jump roundhouse or low forward, maybe a sweep. But overall, it's just not high percentage for Urian to really go in unless they have meter. And the same thing can be really said with Chun-Li as well too. Like, Chun-Li's always content in staying far back, maybe just staying in neutral. Once you have that meter, it's just one low forwards into a hit confirm. So yeah, there's definitely more incentive to sort of play safe, and you know, it's kind of like who blinks first. But yeah, I've definitely seen that as well too. That's not to say that, you know, that matchup can't be played in the exact opposite fashion. Like, for instance, I'm just going to speak on Cruz. Rennie, I know him very well. He likes to pressure very, very hard. So that rule would not apply to Cruz. But yeah, you definitely see a lot of sets out there online where showcasing Japanese players doing exactly what you just said, and I believe those are the reasons why. Awesome.
And so let's go ahead and talk about our next set, and it's gonna emanate from Steam. It's gonna be Migerusan, aka Ludicrous Kill, taking on Brother Nero, Houston Necro player. And so this is a match that I am extremely looking forward to, obviously, because as a Necro main, I always like seeing Necro play. And also Yun versus Necro. You know, as a Necro main, to me, probably the two matchups that I enjoy playing the least is probably Goki and Yun. But Yun by far more than Goki. Because Yun can really keep Necro away. I mean, Yun has all the tools, and it's really tough for Necro to get in with a really good against a really good Yun. And so this is coming from Steam, and so we were supposed to have Locust in the lobby. He is technically our Steam rep, but it's cool.
He's in the chat.
Is he in the chat? Oh, yeah, awesome. Well, maybe he can hop in whenever he wants. And so Migerusan, aka Ludicrous Kill, he's appeared on your stream a few times in the past. Obviously, Nero, long supporter of Vencabot's stream, Third Strike, Necro player from Houston. You're pretty familiar with both these players. You know, what are your thoughts on how this match is going to go down later tonight?
Well, me and Katie were fighting Migerusan on stream just a couple nights ago on PS4, and that Yun is pretty scary, and I'm kind of nervous about that matchup. You know, Yun versus Necro is going to be tough. Of course, Nero is a very outside-the-box thinker, and I kind of felt like from fighting Migerusan that maybe, he's sort of rigid. He sort of has like a flow chart. And I kind of wonder if that could end up being to Nero's advantage. The fact that Nero can kind of, play a sort of a kind of like an irregular game. But it's going to be it's going to be for sure tough. This is going to be Migerusan's fight to win. We're going to see, basically it's going to be an uphill battle for Nero. But I really got faith in my boy Nero to see, hopefully he can make Ludicrous sweat.
Definitely. AC, obviously, as the resident Yun main here on the pre-show, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the Yun Necro matchup and how Yun or how Migerusan should approach the match tonight.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I don't personally have too much experience against really, really top necros. Like, I remember when I met you up. I think we played like 3 games at was it Next Level or
it was IFIX.
Yeah,
RIP, RIP, IFM.
Yeah, it was iFix Machine, and I lost 3-0 to you. So I don't know if I can actually speak on strategy on how to actually beat a very good necro. But in my opinion, I kind of feel like you can't go wrong with building meter, playing safe and solid neutral, and just taking advantage of SA3, your Ganagin. And once you have Ganagin, go ahead and pressure in. I feel like Necro has a lot of tools to sort of keep Yun away anyway. So, to be honest, I don't mean to throw the question back to you, Mutant, but I kind of feel like you might even have more insight on what Yun should be doing against the Necro, because I seem to struggle against your Necro quite a bit.
Well, before I chime in, let's get some feedback from the best Necro on the show right now, Katie. Katie, what does Necro need to do in order to beat Yun?
What does Necro need to do? He needs to play better than the Yun. That's really that's really what it's going to come down to. You can't give him so many things in this matchup because it's already hard enough. As you said, he has so many ways to keep Necro out. But at the same time, he also has a lot of tools for breaking down Necro's defense. Mm-hmm. I think it's not going to be in Necro's favor if he's trying to go in. You have to dominate that space that Necro wants to keep, and you have to punish Yun every time he comes into that space, right? Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I just don't think that's the style that Nero is going to play. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know how well this balls to the wall style is going to work against the Yun, especially Migerusan. I've been playing him a lot more recently. He's a very good Necro. A very good Yun, and he knows how to get past a lot of traditional defenses. So you have to have a pretty solid defense in order to put up a good fight against this Yun. So I'm predicting that Migeru is going to do pretty well in this set.
All right. Well, before we move on to the next set, I have sort of 2 talking points that maybe the chat can continue along as we move on. So number 1, Nero probably going to use SA3, but it would be interesting to see if Nero has a pocket SA1 Necro, but who knows. And takeaway number 2, what is Necro going to do against Yun's neutral jump? Because I know we had talked a little bit about how Yun is good at keeping Necro out, right? But to me, the one thing that Yun, the one tool that Yun has that really, really frustrates Necro players like myself is the Yun neutral jump. Mm-hmm. The Yun neutral jump against Necro is very, very strong. Neutral jump roundhouse, neutral jump fierce. I mean, you can literally build a wall against Necro by neutral jumping with Yun.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if Ludacris is going to employ that strategy, but if he does, how is Nero going to adapt? All right. So next set, we're going to go all the way back in time, guys, to PS3. N-Cruz versus GasStationHobo. These are 2 players, Venka, that you are also very familiar with. N-Cruz, shout outs to N-Cruz from Indiana, twitch.tv/N_Cruz. He streams Third Strike and other games. Definitely follow him. He streams every now and then from his house. He has cabs at his house, which is really sick. Taking on GasStationHobo. He also streams twitch.tv/GasStationHobo. I was hoping we could have Decoy Mantis on the show to talk a little bit about these 2 players, but unfortunately he's unavailable. And so Venka, tell us a little bit about Ed Cruz and GasStationHobo, because what some of the viewers might not remember is that when you started playing this game, you started playing on PS3. So tell me a little bit about these 2 players.
Well, I'm more familiar with N-Cruz than Hobo. It was my pleasure to have Hobo on the stream quite a few times back in the day, but it's been so long. I haven't been able to watch, monitor Hobo's growth that closely. But he's an Oro main, of course, and I'm not sure who Cruz is going to play tonight. He actually has quite a few characters in his pocket. If I had to guess, I would say probably Rue. And that's going to be in Rue's favor, I think. Of course, Oro is one of those kind of characters that you can never totally count him out. But I think he kind of struggles against Shotos in general. And Cruz's Ryu is pretty strong. I look up to it as a aspiring Ryu player myself. And I think that as long as Cruz can sort of stay within like low forward sweep range, maybe get into like standing strong range, it's going to be kind of hard for Hobo to deal with. But again, I haven't seen Hobo play in so long. I'm really not sure how his unblockables look. If I recall correctly, he used to play a lot of Tengu Stone back in the day. So it really could go either way. Again, Oro is the kind of character that's so explosive that all he has to do is get one hit against you, and now you're taking a ton of damage. But as much as I like Hobo, I got to root for Cruz. He's my homie, man. I'm pumped for this set.
Definitely. So, Katie, I couldn't help but notice that online you've been using a lot of Oro lately. And so, Oro versus Shotos in general. Of course, Cruz could use Ryu. He could use Ken. And that's a great point that you make, Venka, because I wanted to remind everyone that Jazzy Fight Night is not character lock. And so these players can change their characters whenever they deem fit, as long as, of course, they lose the game. And so it's not character lock, but maybe Cruz will use a Shoto. Shotos versus Oro in general. What do you think about that matchup, Katie?
I think it depends on the Shoto. Ken versus Oro, rough. But if he goes Ryu, it's a little more doable. In general, I don't think that Gas has the unblockables, so that makes that matchup a little bit more difficult. With unblockables, it's a lot easier to do because once you put them in the loop, you really put the onus on the player on trying to force them to parry out. And if you have that, if you have the execution to get it down every time, then basically you just need one launcher mid screen and you're good. So that's the game plan for Oro SA2, right? But with SA3, which is what Gas uses, you have to do a lot more work, and it's going to require quite a bit of meter management as well, since he only has one bar. So you really have to decide whether you're going to go for super or you're going to go for an occasional EX uppercut, which is his only real reversal. That said, though, the last time I played Gas, he had improved so much since the first time I played him. I'm still leaning towards Cruz in this set because Cruz is the homie, and I think in general the offline experience is going to be the deciding factor. But I wouldn't sleep on Gas, guys. Gas is way stronger than I think people are probably giving him credit to be.
Awesome. Speaking of launchers, guys, we've come to the fourth and final set for tonight's Jazzy Fight Night. And that is Cruz versus Kyokuji. Two very strong players, two very good, knowledgeable experts of their characters. AC Slayer, you were the one who helped put this match together. I think we're in for a special treat. What are you looking forward to the most about this set between Kyokuji and Cruz?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, just the players, if you think about it. I mean, like you said, Cruz, he's such a old school, strong Urian player. Kyokuji's been well known in many different.
But they're students of each of their respective characters. That's what I'm so excited about with this set, right? AC, like they know literally everything. Like there is nothing that I don't think either of these players cannot execute with their characters.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I would even say like Cruz, like he goes above and beyond in terms of his ability to utilize Urian's techs, like charge partitioning. He sort of suffocates you. But yeah, I mean, if I were to speak on this match right now, I'm very excited. I'll talk a little bit about Kyokuji if you guys have a minute. He's from Toronto, Ontario, so he's one of the few Canadian third strike players. So I think he was at the last Canada Cup. He kind of made kind of a statement there as well too. Kyokuji, he's widely regarded as, I would say, the top Street Fighter Alpha 3 player in North America. Like no one really disputes that. I don't know if there is an official title, but that's kind of like everybody agrees. And he regularly plays against the top Japanese players in Alpha 3. like primarily he's friends with this Japanese pro called Makoto. And he uses Geef, and he goes toe to toe with him. He's constantly plays with him, so he's very good in many different games. He's also made a splash in the Vampire series. He's also very good at that. But in Third Strike, he's a super strong Ken. He's been playing seriously for over a decade now. His style, he plays a very reactionary, solid, fast-paced style. His confirms are very consistent. And like you said, there's nothing like, these two players can't do. Another thing about Kyokuji, I feel like he adapts. Like he's one of the players that like in between rounds, even he's able to kind of pick up on your pattern and he exploits them. Like he's one of the few players I noticed that he actually really, really does that. It's part of his trademark. So that's to his advantage. I would say his disadvantage is that he is in Toronto, so it is in the East Coast. So by the time his set starts, it's going to be relatively late, maybe 9:30 or 10 p.m. start for him. And this is a good segue into Cruz. He's from the West Coast. I want to speak on this real fast. Rennie, he's from Alhambra, California, and he's a old school SoCal player. I remember he used to invite me over to his parents' basement, and we would play Third Strike together on the old school PS2. And after class, I would go over to his basement and we would play. And dude, he is just like one of the nicest people ever. Another story about how generous he is like whenever he's at Dawn's or whenever he shows up to some sort of event, like he buys rounds of alcohol for everybody, gets beers for everybody. He's just a really, really generous, nice guy. Not to mention, I remember it was like Evo 2006. He let me use his stick when my stick broke. So he's a really good guy. But yeah, I guess I'll speak on a little bit about Cruz's style. He's ultra aggressive. Like it's never your turn. Like whenever you feel like it's your turn to hit him, like you've blocked for like a good 7 or 8 sequences of moves and you block correctly, you think it's your turn now. He's negative enough. It's probably not going to do another move. There's something happening. So there's a lot of options, select parrying. There's a lot of that. He's constantly ready for everything that you do. It almost seems like it's a never-ending bait. I kind of describe him as like he's like a suffocator. So if you were to compare Cruz's style versus Kyokuji, who is also someone who's like very fast-paced, it's going to be very volatile. Like I think the games are going to go back and forth. Mind you, Cruz has the time zone advantage, being in the West Coast here. But Kyokuji, I feel like has the edge in adapting. So in a longer set, like the longer the set goes, I mean, if Cruz starts streaking Kyokuji's 4 to 5 games, I can see that happening. It might be a shorter set. But I think as a set goes longer, Kyokuji's probably going to be able to adapt. And just Ken versus Yuri in that matchup, I feel like it does favor Ken. So that might come into play in a longer set.
Awesome. And so, KD, I'm not sure how familiar you are with either Cruz or Kyokuji, but any insight that you can provide on the Yuri and Ken matchup? It's a matchup that we see pretty often. But like I was saying earlier, right? It's super exciting to be able to get these two players because it's like in terms of like technique, right, and just like execution. That's not going to be the bottleneck, right, in this set. And so I'm really interested in seeing, kind of what the strategy is, with these two players.
Well, yeah, just to touch base on what AC, mentioned, both players are really aggressive. I've actually played both quite a bit back on 360 OE. Kyokuji just if you let him, he'll just overwhelm you. And same thing with Cruz. Cruz is someone that likes to stay active and constantly be on the offensive. So it's basically going to be two of the same styles. Just running full speed ahead at one another. And the only thing I think is Cruz's momentum is so strong. And I'm such a big Cruz fan just in general. I love watching his Urian play. That I want to root for him, but I really don't know who's going to win the set. It could go either way. So if I had to give it to someone, it'd probably be Cruz, just because I'm a little more familiar with him. But I really think the pacing is going to be very, very volatile and very fast in the beginning, and then as the games get later in the set, I think we'll actually see the opposite of that. I think we'll actually see a lot of defense towards the end, just because that's when those matches really tend to matter more, right?
Definitely. Venka, I'm not sure if you how often you got to play with Cruz, but in terms of Urian, just in general as a character, I know that you play a lot of Urians online.
Urian.
Hey, I know you have a lot of experience. What are some of the more difficult things to contend with when playing Urians? Not just online, but offline as well, just in general.
Dude, he's such a strong character, dude. He's such a strong character. And I've had the pleasure of fighting on Cruz a couple times on Steam, and it goes without saying, of course, that he's just unbelievable. His partitioning, his charging is ridiculous. And when you have charge at Urian, he's such a scary character. I think it's such an important skill. That being said, man, his specials are so hard to deal with. And again, because Cruz always has charge, you're going to see a lot of specials coming out that you're going to have to be prepared for. You're going to probably have to pair your way out of them, to be honest. The tackles, the headbutts, the standing fierce, of course, is a really powerful tool here. And his jumping roundhouse, when Urians have jumping combos, it's so scary. This is going to be a pretty tough set. I'm not especially familiar with Kyokuji, personally, but I'm sure no matter who it is, it's going to be tough. It's going to be uphill battle against Cruz. That's how I feel.
So, guys, I know that we're running a little bit late, but we might run into a bit of a delay because for some reason my laptop just crashed.
That's what happens.
So, what I do is when I stream Fightcade or Steam, I use my laptop to run the game. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. And so what I'm probably gonna have to do is probably just run Fightcade on the same computer that I'm streaming on. So that shouldn't be an issue. But anyway, before we wrap up the pre-show, I wanted to real quickly talk a little bit about the Matcherino for tonight's Jazzy Fight Night. And so in order to donate to tonight's Matcherino, all you have to do is go to matcherino.com/t/JFN3. And so this is the page right here. Remember, everyone can donate absolutely for free. All you have to do is just type in the code JFN3, and you will add 50 cents directly to the prize pool. We have a couple of pretty exciting new sponsor quests tonight. We have 2 surveys that are available. If you do 1 survey, it adds $2 to the prize pool, guys. $2 whole dollars. And so if everyone does the survey, that adds up, right, guys? We got another survey for $1. We got a couple new click sponsors, 50 cents. And so remember, the way these things work is sign up for Matcherino, click on the sponsors, do some action, either taking a survey, following a Twitter account, or retweeting something or liking a YouTube video, and a micro donation gets added to the Matcherino. There are also other ways to donate. You can purchase a Jazzy Circuit t-shirt. They are $20 plus shipping and handling. And so when you purchase a shirt, every shirt that gets purchased through this Matcherino, $8 will get added to the prize pool. And also, guys, if you haven't seen these stickers, you gotta check them out because they are really awesome. These are the Creative Flame FGC stickers, and so shout outs to Creative Flame. We're going to talk a little bit about them later, but you can go ahead and buy a sticker pack, and depending on the sticker pack that you buy, a certain amount of money gets added to the prize pool. And so also tonight, guys, before we go ahead and wrap up the show, I just wanted to really quickly just explain how the prize breakout works. And so first and foremost, remember, guys, everyone gets paid tonight. Everyone who participates in Jazzy Fight Night gets a cut of the prize pool. And so basically, first place, everyone who wins their set tonight gets 15% of the prize pool. The second place, I didn't want to use the L word, Katie, but the second place, they each get the runner-up. This is why I keep you around, Katie. The runner-up, each runner-up of each set gets 5%. Thank you so much for the sub, cyclestev. Good luck tonight. as well as to you also, Krim. And then, sometime during the last set of the night, we're going to open up a poll where all of you can vote for who you think should be tonight's Jazzy Fight Night match of the night. And so we're going to reveal that link later on tonight, and whoever wins that poll is going to get an extra 10% of the prize pool. And also, if you vote, you get automatically entered to win a free sticker pack from Creative Flame. And so there's no reason not to vote, guys. Again, later in the night, you'll be able to vote for what you think is match of the night. And then, vote, and you have a chance to win some cool stickers. All right, guys, I know we're just about 10 minutes over time. Real quickly, just want to kind of go down the line, give you guys 30 seconds to say whatever you want. So, AC Slayer, real quickly, what did you want to end with the pre-show with?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for supporting Jazzy Fight Night. I feel like these keep getting better and better. 20 more seconds? I'm going to say for the Kyokuji Cruise match, I'll say Kyokuji takes a 10-8. It's going to be really close. I'm interested to see how this troll coin is going to work out. I feel like it's going to get people to interact more. And please fill out those surveys. It just took me 2 minutes, and I did all the surveys. All right, just another $3 added to the Jazzy Fight Night Matcherino.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Katie, Jazzy Fight Night 3 is about to start. What do you think?
I'm excited for quite a few of these matches. I really, I'm looking more forward to just being a spectator than anything. But I want to, give a shout out to every player that participates in these things. It's not a huge deal for some people, but for others, playing on stream and potentially losing in front of a crowd can be tough. So definitely want to commend these players for putting aside those fears and egos and just playing to try and get better, and then trying to give us good third strike.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of which, guys, if you're interested in appearing in a future edition of Jazzy Fight Night, all you gotta do is fill out the Jazzy Fight Night interest form. And so I'm gonna go ahead and type in the link in the chat. Hopefully that works. And so just fill out that form. Let's see here. I think that's the form. Let's see. Yep, that's right. So just fill out this form, and then you might appear in a future Jazzy Fight Night. And so, Venka, we'll end it with you. I know that you have a stream to go to, and so you're probably gonna have to watch the matches, the VODs. But tell me, what are some of your final thoughts before we get started?
Dude, my final thought, the Matcherino just jumped from $5 to $36 in like 5 minutes, really less than 5 minutes.
Well,
I just did the, just like an AC Slayer, I just knocked out both the servers. They're very fast. That's $3 into the prize pool, guys. Make sure you're checking out the Matcherino at matcherino.com/ what was that, the Jazzy Fight Night 3, JFN3? Is there a TJFN3? Dude, those sponsor quests are so good tonight, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's pay these guys tonight that are entertaining us through these sets. Like Katie said, it's stressful to play on stream, man, especially when running a set. So thanks to so much to the players out there. Good luck, guys. And definitely support them through the Matcherino if you possibly can.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about a quick 5-minute break. I know we're running a little behind. Sorry about that, guys. But we're going to go ahead and get the card started at 8:50. And when we come back, the first set of the night is going to be cyclestev versus Crimson on Fightcade 2. Mm-hmm. And so don't go anywhere, guys. We will be back with the official start of Jazzy Fight Night 3. AC Slayer, Katie Alpha, Vencabot, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join me on the Jazzy Fight Night 3 pre-show.
Always a pleasure.